The Valkyries impose a challenge unlike anything else God of War has to throw at you. They are brutal, relentless, and unforgiving. And that's why I made it my personal mission to master each and every one of them and to share that knowledge with you. Hidden deep within Niflheim lies Hildr. She's unique in the fact that not only does she pose a threat, but the very air you breathe works against you. So today, I'll go over all of her attacks and how to deal with them, the best gear to use and the most effective way to take her down on any difficulty. I myself am playing this on Give Me a Challenge, but feel free to tackle Hildr on any difficulty that you wish. But when tackling anything related to Niflheim, it's important to have the right gear equipped, otherwise you won't last very long. First and foremost is armor. Ivaldi's mist armor grants the best protection against the deadly mist and can easily increase the breathing room on its own. But pairing that up with the right grips and the right talismans can almost completely make the mist irrelevant in your fight with Hildr. Vergelmir stone, for example, do not mention my pronunciation of that name, can add an extra boost to the mist meter and as an extra benefit can recover a bit of Kratos' health. The grip of the maze is a pommel for the axe, which also passively grants resistance to the mist, but unless you plan on killing your way to Hildr's location, I'm afraid the other benefits don't really apply. All of the above can be found in the treasure room at the maze, or at the start of the maze. But finding Hildr can be difficult if you don't know where she is. Luckily for you, it's quite simple. Just keep to the left of the maze from the beginning and you'll run into her without any trouble. With any Valkyrie, it's a good idea to always start off with blasting through all 4 of your runic attacks, since they give you a small opening in the beginning, and if you work fast enough you can get through them all easily enough, since they do a great job at staggering the feather freaks. Be warned though, this'll piss them off, and Hildr is no exception. One of her favorite ways to initiate her first attack comes in the form of ice shards being hurled at your face. When this happens, just hold down the block button, don't try and dodge because these small shards track and they can easily catch you when you're recovering from a roll or trying to dodge. But that's not the end of it, because at the end of this string of shards, she'll always follow up with an unblockable ice chunk which you'll have to dodge to the side in order to avoid, or if you're far away enough, just keep moving and it'll miss you. Still, it is safer to just dodge. Following this attack, she normally does one of 3 things. She'll either send out an unblockable wave in your direction which you'll want to dodge to avoid. This is then followed up by an attack which closes the distance between the two of you. Now, you can dodge this follow-up. Going to the right usually works the best, but this attack has 2 swings and if one catches you, you cannot avoid the second. A better way of dealing with this is by parrying the attack. This not only negates her second swing, but it also gives you a much better opening for following up with a counter attack of your own. The second attack she is most likely to do after her shards is the same parryable attack. For this, the same rules apply. Try to parry as she moves her weapon downward when she's done moving in. But the third attack can do some serious damage if you are caught by it. She'll jump up into the air and come flying in with a grab attack. This is marked with a red ring so you cannot block or parry this. The best is to just dodge to the side and run in for a counter attack. Her other attacks are much more random, but these first few I've mentioned are the ones she will cycle through the most frequently. So moving over to her less likely attacks, the first one is actually a bit more devious because she will shield herself with her wings. When this happens, if you try and attack her or if you take too long to move in, she'll swing open her wings, which knocks you back and deals damage. The way to deal with this is to quickly move in and double tap your block button, which will knock her out of the block. You can just keep your distance, but doing it this way will award you with a chance to deal some nice damage, since this stuns her the longest. The second attack she does rarely is this blinding attack, which she follows up with a swing of her weapon, which also closes the distance between you and her. The startup of this attack is marked by a red ring and a glowing effect on her weapon when she holds her weapon overhead. Normally she charges at you. When you see this, try and get some distance and get ready to dodge roll. The follow-up also needs to be dodged, but despite the lack of red ring on the follow-up, You can't block or parry this, so dodge to the right and move in for a counter attack. Keep in mind, if you are caught by the blinding attack, you can still spam your roll button to avoid the follow-up. And the last one is our famous Valkyrie wing swipe. For this, just hold down your block button and you'll be fine. Afterwards you'll be able to deal some pretty nice damage of your own, especially if she decides to follow this up with another yellow ring attack, which you can of course just parry. And don't forget to use Atreus' runic attacks, because they do a great job at stunning Valkyries, especially my favorite, the wolves. As in the previous video, I've made a live demonstration where I show you how to implement these tactics to easily take down Hildr. Have a look. Alright, hitting things off with Hildr. First I'm quickly going to show you how to get to her the most effectively, or the quickest way. My bad, I'm so tired. But anyway, once you've passed the entrance here, just keep to the left. Just try and avoid damage as far as you can. Just keep to the left and you'll reach her in no time. Oh, I hate these saws. I always freaking misjudge the distance from Kratos to the blades. Here we go into the next arena. Here again, you just want to stick to the left. You don't need to fight these guys, you can honestly just run. They won't be much of a problem. These blades will shred anything that tries to follow you. And again, keep to the left. And right there is our Valkyrie. So we're going to pull out the axe. As I said, kick things off with blasting through your runic attacks and you'll kill her very quickly without any hassle. As I said, the runic attacks do a great job at stunning her. So there you go, you'll get through half of her health bar. Here she comes in with the shards. Go down the block, dodge the big chunk. Here comes the grab attack. Follow up with a nice counter of your own. Block. You might follow up with block. Cool, you can tap your block button twice. Or you can charge up a heavy attack, but that takes too long and it's risky since she swipes her wings. Here comes the parry attack. You see that red ring attack? Just move to the side or dodge. It's pretty slow. You'll probably be fine. Parry as she moves her weapon down. And as you can see, we're moving past her pretty easily. And she blocks again. Looks like she's doing the block much more frequently this time around. As you can see, she's not hard. Let's just demonstrate this guy's little runic attacks. As you can see, it does a great job stunning her, which would have worked better if I was a little bit quicker. That also gives you an opening to blast her with some of your lovely runic attacks, and you'll see her get stunned in just a moment here. Watch that attack. Oh, got caught by that one. Almost did this without taking a hit. That would have been great. There we go. And Valkyrie down. As you can see, she is much easier than I anticipated. I'll again watch that dialogue on my own. As you can see here, I've got the grip of maze, or grip of the maze. On the Blades of Chaos, I couldn't find one that specifically grants you a passive resistance to the mist, but you know, this works just as well. I've got Ivaldi's Pauldron of Deadly Mist. In my opinion, this is the best mist armor, just because it gives you the best all-round stats until you reach the very late game armor. And then here we've got Hvilngermir's Stone. I really can't pronounce that. But yeah, this is the equipment I used. As you can see, the mist barely hit halfway, so it eliminates the mist factor completely. And as you can see, We are playing on Give Me a Challenge. You can obviously play this on any difficulty. Easier difficulties will... With these tips and tricks I've given you with this guide, you will take her down very quickly. Give Me God of War is obviously the hardest difficulty, but if you choose that, you are locked in, and I had to warm up, so yeah. But I hope you guys find this useful. Let's move on to the rest of the video. I honestly thought she'd be much more challenging, but I guess when you pay attention to their attacks, they become much less of a pain to deal with. Granted, I am level 8, but keep in mind, these are in-game fights. They are intended to be fought after the main story. I really do hope this helped, and if it did, let me know down in the comments and let's celebrate your victories together. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and maybe consider watching the first video in this series where I show you how to effectively take down Gondor, the Niflheim Valkyrie. In the meantime, I'll be working on the next video in this series where I'll catch you again. Until then, stay safe and may God bless you all.